Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Needles at the Ready podcast. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Ray.
Today,
and we are talking weird.
I know. Today's Saturday, October 1st.
Yes.
And this is episode 71. So, welcome everybody.
Good job on the intro.
Hi.
Hey,
I know
we
it's
made it.
much cleaner than last time.
Much cleaner than last time.
So,
welcome. Pull up a seat. You're probably already sitting, but if not, go ahead and sit down. Make a cup of coffee or tea or yadka. And,
yeah, so welcome. We are coming to you from Stratford, Connecticut, where we live together. And we have our dog Tarquin, who is sleeping. It is a little early. We've already gone and got our haircut, had breakfast, took him for a walk in the rain.
Yep, we have the remnants of Ian. And
I don't know if that's it today.
It might be. Well, either way, our hearts definitely go out to those who were impacted by the storm. There were some pretty devastating pictures that had come through and videos and stuff. So
yeah, in Florida and South Carolina.
Yeah.
I don't know what other areas, but I know that those are two that I've seen on the news.
Yeah.
So this is our knitting podcast where we talk about knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing.
Yep. Sometimes needle felting, though not today. But I have the itch.
Yarn buying.
Lots of yarn buying. That's a whole different hobby. So yes, we can include that here for sure. And we have lots to talk about.
We do.
I think it's going to be a chatter kind of episode, maybe.
Not sure. I mean, are any of ours not chatty?
Same. Huge thank you to all of you who have hit that subscribe button and followed us over the past couple of years. We hit a huge milestone just the other day. We hit 15,000 subscribers, which is absolutely bonkers. And luckily, I don't think in my head that 15,000 of you were watching us at one time. Otherwise, it would probably be a little bit uncomfortable.
No.
Maybe not.
No.
But you're all our friends. And we honestly do think that one of our favorite things is when we hear you guys say how nice it is that you can just sit down and you feel like you're sitting across a table from friends and having a cup of coffee and just chatting. So we feel that way too, and we love that very much. So thank you. We're gonna definitely celebrate and do a live along with our Rhinebeck weekend recap.
So our Woolen Folk
yes
and Rhinebeck recap. We're gonna do a live on the 22nd, which is a Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern time.
Right. So our recording schedule is going to be a little weird. This is going to be our last podcast before the Yarny festivities. And then the Saturday that we usually record will be at Rhinebeck on Saturday. And then the weekend after that usually is an off week for us, but we'll do the live then. And then the week following that, we'll do our regularly scheduled
episodes.
So you'll get us a couple of times, I think, this month, which will be great.
Yeah, there'll be 3. I guess there would have been 3 anyways, right? There would have been 3 total episodes, but you're going to get 2 episodes and a live.
Lovely. So speaking of, you guys, we are so excited about the upcoming festivities. We talked about this on the last podcast. So we got a house, beautiful house, with I think there are going to be 12 of us total, which is going to be great. It's our knit night, and we talked about this, that we, during COVID with the lockdown and everybody, being so, it's so difficult to socialize. And when we got together with this group of people and just started Zooming and knitting, and it's been 2 years, and we meet every single Thursday, and some of us have met in person, but a huge number of us are all getting together, 12 of us from that group, and we're all going to meet for the very first time. So we got the Airbnb. It's a beautiful house. It's 15 minutes away, I think, from Woolen Folk, maybe about a half an hour away from Rhinebeck, and it should be a lot of fun. So we'll take a lot of pictures, and I think there'll be some videos and things like that, I'm sure, that we'll do.
No, there won't be.
Yeah, I'll take some videos.
No, don't. Please don't overcommit. Because I'm
not saying I'm going to post them, but no, take them.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, nope. You're going to be too all lovey-dovey and
I will be lovey-dovey, so I'll be selfie videos.
No, but no, it's going to be a lot of fun that we
is.
Finally get to meet our friends.
Yeah.
That we've just built this great relationship with over the past 2 years, and so that I'm looking forward to. And then
Me too.
On Friday we are going to be at Woolen Folk. We're going to be there pretty much the entire day. So we are taking part in their podcaster patio that is, we just found out recently, sponsored by MDK, or Modern Daily Knitting. So that's really awesome that they were able to get a bunch of vendors, or I'm sorry, sponsors, and that's who's sponsoring the patio.
So it's going to be the place to be, I think, on Friday. There's Cake Palooza, I think, at 10 a.m.
Well,
on
Cake
Friday.
Palooza goes all day, but
it does? They start at 10, maybe?
They have time slots. When you purchase your ticket for Cake Palooza, it actually, I was looking at it yesterday. So there's 2-hour increments that you can purchase tickets for, and your tickets start off, the price of them start at $25, and the price of them decrease in value as the day progresses. So the last set of tickets, I think, were like $10, and that was for later in the evening, like 4 to 6. So there's Cake Palooza that day. There's Woolen Folk. I don't know when India Untangled is. That's at a yarn store. And then you have, your stuff at Rhinebeck on Saturday.
And there'll be the event at the roller skating rink, which is, there's so much stuff going on, which is like so overwhelming and so cool. But we, like Kevin said, we just got some details from Woolen Folk, so you'll see some of those come out over the next couple of days. I can't believe that we're like 2 weeks away.
Yeah,
we were on a call yesterday with some of the other podcasters that are going to be there, and with Felicia. It was so exciting, like hearing the details. This is only the second year, but you would think that they have been doing this forever. It is so organized. There's going to be a ton of people there. I think now tickets are very, very limited. I think they're going to stop selling tickets soon. So if you haven't gotten one, definitely get one. We'll have Woolen Folk linked down below. Or you can follow them on Instagram and kind of see. Felicia's going to start doing some videos and like lives and things like that.
Some Instagram lives with some of the
great.
people. And yeah, there's over, I think, at least 60 vendors. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be some live music, I think 3 to 4 bands. Mm-hmm. There's going to be 2 segments of the podcaster patio where we kind of sit down and chat. So there's going to be plenty of room for people to sit and watch on the lawn there. There's going to be TVs set up throughout. So it's going to be a really, really fun day.
It's going to be super fun. It's going to, and I was saying this yesterday, that if it's almost like a big backyard picnic with like live music is kind of like the vibe, which I think we can all kind of get behind.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really cool feel.
Mm-hmm. The vendors there are going to be incredible.
Yeah.
It's just it feels like a family type of event, like an intimate family gathering. So that should be a lot of fun. We're very excited to have been involved with that.
Yeah, it's I was thinking about it, and I think about it quite often, like being asked to take part in it, and the people that are a part of it as well. Like all of the people who are a part of it are people that we've watched on YouTube prior to us even starting the channel.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to think that we're going to get to meet them in person and take part in this. So we're just really happy. We're excited. We hope to see you guys there. Hope to see you guys at Rhinebeck that weekend. We plan on being at Rhinebeck both Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
Sunday, not a full day by any means. Saturday, we'll be there the majority of the day. So that's what's coming up.
Yeah. We don't have any special meetup times or anything like that while we're there. We're just going to kind of, we're just going to kind of roll with the punches. So I'm sure there'll be, we'll be obviously around all day, like Kevin said, over at Woolen Folk and then at Rhinebeck. Usually they do a podcaster meetup or on Podcasters Hill or Meetup Hill or
the hill that's actually
on the hill, which is kind of like a slope. It's not really a giant hill. So if you've never been to Rhinebeck before, don't look for some gigantic hill. Although you can ask for directions and people who have been there will tell you what the hill. Like when we asked, where's this hill everybody's talking about?
I know.
And then they pointed, and then Todd I think pointed to it.
Yeah.
We're like,
that's
okay.
That's
it's like a knoll. It's like a grassy knoll.
Yeah. So, and if you are going to Rhinebeck, I will say the one tip I would give you is if you plan on purchasing anything, have all your details written down beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
The internet there is
non-existent.
It really is. It's non-existent. So there's cell service and you could text message people. But you can't send messages through Instagram. You can't access Ravelry. So definitely get if you have ideas, just have it on somewhere on your phone, all your yardage and a picture and whatever, just so that you're kind of prepared, because we were really unprepared on Saturday.
Totally.
we were prepared when we went back on Sunday because we knew to look at the stuff beforehand.
So we were taking like screenshots on our phone, of things that we wanted to see.
So if you are going, it's your first time, that would be my one tip.
I think that's a good tip. Totally.
All right.
And if you see us, please say hello. We are so excited to meet you all. We may have some goodies for those of you who approach us and say hi. That's all I'll say about that. Okay, so
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it for our. I cannot wait to talk about it. I'm sure already. I'm gonna cry.
Let's talk about admin stuff.
Yeah,
we do have a make along going on right now.
Is that lotion?
That we're hosting with Piece for Piece Crafting, Michael on YouTube and on Instagram. This is the Westies Unite. So it just knit a Stephen West pattern.
It's another thing that's happening. I have got to scan up my yarn.
I know, that's on Thursday. Knit up anything Stephen West. It goes until the end of November.
Yes.
That gives you time that if you're doing the MCAL, it should be plenty of time if you're doing it in time with the MCAL to finish it. We have a chatter thread and we have an FO thread. Michael has a thread on his Ravelry group, so head on over there as well. Head over to his channel.
And we also have an Instagram hashtag, which a lot of you have been using, and I love it. So it's hashtag NATRPEACE.
Yes.
So hashtag NATRPeace. And, you can post your yarn on there. It doesn't have to be a finished object. Just use the hashtag, which is really... And take a look, follow it, and take a look at what some people are doing, which is really cool.
And I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So let's talk about our 2 weeks.
Let's talk about baby. We got boosted the day that we podcast last.
We did.
2 weeks ago, we got our bivalent booster.
Well, it's not a booster, right? It's a new vaccine. So it's not technically a booster, right?
It's technically like, I guess it could be considered a booster, or a new vaccine.
Okay.
Yeah. However you look at it.
So we got that. We didn't have much
we had insomnia
side effects. We had insomnia, and we were really I guess because of the insomnia.
Right.
My arm was sore for about a week.
My arm was only sore for a couple of days.
And so that was that. We did that. We went and saw your mother and father and your brother, hung out, had some dinner.
Yeah, we ordered some pizza. Pizza. Everything okay?
Hold
on. So then, what else did we do? I think that's pretty much it. We just kind of hung out, worked. My work has been a little bit busy.
I'm just saying my mom called me. She left a message. So I just want to say she typically doesn't.
Yeah. Maybe it was by accident.
It could be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to text her or want to call her back?
In a minute. Let's get through the admin or 2 weeks. So work's been crazy for you. Work's been for me. I found out my manager, who's only been with the company for a year, is leaving at the end of this month. So that's sad. And I think that's really it. It's been a pretty normal 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's been anything really crazy. I got a lot of knitting done the past 2 weeks. I've been focusing on some smaller projects, so you'll see it here. Well, we have to share. I have 4 finished objects.
What? I have 1.
And I have 1 whip.
I have 4-ish whips.
4-ish.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
yes.
kind of.
Okay.
All right, so you take it away.
Dun, 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 dun. First one I will show is my crochet finished object. I showed this for a little while. Been kind of working on these pumpkin hats.
So that's for Reese?
One's for Reese. This is for our 6-year-old niece. This is... have this the pattern link down below. It is a free pattern. And it's called the Pumpkin Hat Free Crochet Pattern. And it's by Nanodri. We'll have it linked below. It's a web. It'll lead to a website, and then on the website it'll link down, list down what the pattern is. So it's made for a toddler size. When the recommended hook size is a 5.5, which I did for the smaller hat. For the little baby that's going to be coming in 2 weeks.
I know.
I cannot believe it.
Any day now. So
This is the little baby one.
Cute.
That I made. And then this is for her big sister. So they'll have like matching hats. Adorbs, totally. It was kind of squished in the bag, so I just got to kind of let it these are crocheted flat and then seamed together. This one used the recommended 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. This one I went down a hook size, mostly because I talked about it in the last podcast that I had gotten Prym Crochet Hooks that I wanted to try. These guys. I have to say that they're very light, they're easy to hold, and they are a little bit sharper on the tip, so it glides through the yarn. Especially this yarn, I use Knit Picks Swish worsted. It's 100% superwash. It's very slippery, and it's a lighter ply. It's not like a super tight ply, so sometimes you can split it. And I found with the Prym Crochet Hooks, I was able to get in between there to grab the yarn without going through the plies. With some of the other ones, the other one, I guess, it's probably similar to when you're knitting with like lace needles with the point. You can kind of scoop the yarn a little bit easier, have a little bit more control. So the orange is Spice, I think. Allspice. And then the green is Dublin. So I have a ton of green left. I've gone through 2 balls of the orange. And I have this much left. So 1.5 balls of orange got me the 2 hats. I was gonna do one for their mom as well, but I didn't. But how cute. I think these are so cute.
Yeah, they really are.
And the cool thing is that, you can make the brim, like, roll it up as much as you want to, if you wanted to. That looks a little funny, but...
Yeah, it does look a little funny.
But whatever. But you get what I'm saying.
Right there would be good.
Would be good. So, super easy to do. You could probably do them in, like, the small one especially, in, like, an afternoon, depending on how fast you crochet. I'm a pretty slow crocheter. So I'm going to keep the yarn and stuff all together in the bag, and if I decide to start another one, I might, because I don't want to really start anything else big for Thursday, because Thursday is when we'll cast on the Stephen West.
And who's that bag by?
Oh, this is the Lila Styles bag.
That's a Lila Styles bag, which we have a coupon code down below.
We do. This is one of my favorite bags. It makes me happy.
I love seeing all the characters on it. I love seeing the pop. Like, I just got really happy seeing the popples.
Yeah, I know. And then the inside reminds me of that
spiral art.
Which
I used to love doing that as a kid.
Me too.
At, like, carnivals.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That was my jam.
Yeah.
Keep going. I got one FO, so.
Okay. These you also have seen. I finished my socks. These are so lovely. Good. I love them so much.
I love that.
Aren't they so good?
Yeah, I love that color.
Me too. So this is...
She did a damn good job doing that too, because there's not like the tiger stripe pooling.
No, it's very even.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's very, very
really,
even.
really nice.
Mm-hmm. So this is by Ginger Snap. This is Laugh S'more, Worry Less. It was a sock set. It also came with a really fun s'mores inspired bag, which I actually put over there and I can't get it. I'm going to have to sneeze in a minute.
I moved it. It's not over there anymore.
Where is it?
It's in the other room.
In the other room?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
that's not where they go. Although we have to actually organize. Yeah. Okay, good. So you're so smart. I have a bit of this left over actually. And it came with the mini here, which is great. So I have some of the mini left. I do 72 stitches. Sorry, I just want to grab my notebook so I can see exactly how much I have left. This is in our Delicue Makers portfolio.
I was just thinking, do we still... Yeah.
We still have one to give away. Let's do it.
We'll do it for our Stephen West.
I was going to say maybe our 15,000 subscriber giveaway.
Okay, during the live.
Okay, during the live. We'll be giving that away. So tune into the live. Mark your calendar. We'll give it away live right there.
Yeah, and we have We're also Jimmy Bean's Wool affiliates, so
Oh,
we
yeah,
have a
we
link
don't talk
down
about that
below.
often enough.
So if you make any purchases, you can feel free to use that link. It gives us a little kickback. It doesn't cost you anything extra to use it. Just another nice way to support the podcast.
Right. So left over, I had 44.3 grams.
Oh, that's great.
I know.
That's a good amount.
And then I had 5 grams of this left over. So this could be a hat.
Did you measure the skein beforehand to see how much you had?
I did, actually. I had 109 grams
Okay.
of the main color and 20 grams on the dot for the contrasting color.
All right, cool beans.
Yes.
So you used like 60 grams almost?
Almost.
About?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I did, and then I did 2 rows of the, I cast
Excuse
on
me.
with the contrast color, and then I did a row, it's a 2x2 rib. And then I did a total of 15 rows of ribbing. I did a 7-inch long leg. The heel, I did a shadow wraps heel. And that, so the pattern that I'll link below, because this is basically my like vanilla recipe, and I'll alternate sometimes between the shadow wrap heel and the fish lips kiss. Those are my favorite heels. I do like a cut-in heel as well. I'm not a huge fan of knitting the heel flap and gusset.
It's my favorite to
I know.
knit. It may not be my favorite to wear actually, but it is my favorite to knit.
I don't think that they're very comfortable, and I don't like knitting them. But I would like to try the magic heel. A lot of people are doing the magic heel socks.
Oh, well, yes.
I think Laura was showing that she was doing them from
Knit for Brains. And then Maddie and Kristen from We Share Needles podcast, they do it quite a bit.
So my next pair of socks I might do.
Lisa just did one too from Knit All the Yarn.
Oh, she did?
72 Stitches. Yeah, she did it for her daughter.
And then, so yeah, fish lips kiss. Shadow wraps heel, and then I just knit my foot length, and I just did a standard toe with the contrasting colors. So there you go.
Yeah, beautiful colorway.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. I'm really happy.
As long as you're happy.
I am. That's all that matters, right?
I know, yeah.
So like, if I tell you that these are s'mores, like you would be like, yes, they are. Right? With the
Or
toasted
even
marshmallow.
Yes, I also get pumpkin spice vibes from it too myself.
Oh.
Right? I get a little pumpkin-y spice.
Can we do like a pumpkin spice s'more?
Well, no, you're doing. I mean, you could if you had.
Well, remember we did
spice.
those gourmet s'mores?
Well, we did those with the Kit Kats. We did them with Reese's.
So instead of putting the Hershey bar inside, we did.
No, but what you get, because everything's pumpkin spice now, you can even get like pumpkin spice.
I'm sure we can get pumpkin spice graham crackers.
Graham crackers, right? Yeah. Pumpkin spice graham crackers, marshmallows, and then
they have those pumpkin Kit Kats. Have you guys seen those?
I don't know that I would try those.
They're delicious.
Are they?
I tried one last year, and I remember how good they were. Yeah, they're
I did too.
White. The white packaging, but on the inside is like a.
Do you know that's the only white chocolate I like is white chocolate Kit Kats? I don't typically like white chocolate, but the white chocolate Kit Kats I like.
Yeah, I can't eat just a bar of white chocolate.
No. Okay.
And then also it came with a cute little s'mores stitch marker.
That one's adorable too.
Isn't it adorable?
I love it. Yeah.
So I clipped it onto a light bulb stitch marker, and I use that as my stitch marker. This is a progress creeper, I guess you would call it, because it's got a little clasp on it.
Yeah.
I think that's really all I have to say. It's really gorgeous. I used a 2.25 millimeter needle. It's a US 1, and yeah, love them. So I can't wait. I don't think I showed you all. Maybe the next time I'll show you. I did talk about it though. For my birthday, Kevin got me some cedar boxes to put my wool socks in, because I have quite a bit of them now. So I think I've got 4. They're long and rectangular, so I think they hold like almost 8 pairs of socks, 6 to 8 pairs of socks. So yeah, I'm loving it. I almost wore knit socks today.
It's chilly here today. It's 55.
It is.
I'm going to segue into an app that we recently were told about. I'm sure we've heard about it before, but
Probably.
we talked
and
about it.
I'm sure probably some of you people have told us.
Yeah, we talked about it extensively on Thursday night with our knit group. So it's called Ravit, R-A-V-I-T. It looks like a rabbit's butt.
Hi, my love.
Hey, Boogerhead. So it connects to your Ravelry account, and it's fantastic. It is a paid-for app. It's $5, but I'm just going to show you guys, like, here's my queue, right? And it just so much easier than having to go to Ravelry all the time.
It's got your
And
messages on there. Like,
here's,
you can look at your emails.
Patterns, like this is their hot patterns or whatever. Yeah, your messages are on here. Your notebook, your yarn stash. So here at the queue, it has projects, stash, queue, favorites, library, needles, and hooks. So that, why are these even in my favorites, I wonder?
I don't know. I favorite a lot of things.
I typically don't. Oh, that's a nice dishcloth.
And then early me is a whole different person than now me.
Yeah. So definitely check this out. I think it's well worth the $5 because it's way easier to come and find all your the stuff.
Because even the mobile version of
the
Ravelry is still a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
And that might be a good solution for those of you who have accessibility issues with Ravelry.
Correct.
That might be helpful for
that
people.
Is now my go-to way to check my patterns and stuff and going instead of going to the website.
Yeah. The one thing that I can't get mine to work is the groups.
Oh, I haven't gone that far yet.
So if I go to forums,
yeah,
you see like it pops it up and then it just crashes.
Oh, you may need to just update
maybe.
Yours.
So like on here on the bottom,
because mine's working.
It says forums. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe it's mine.
Yeah,
but that would be a lot easier for us too to also interact a little bit easier with our Ravelry group and people who put things in there.
Yeah, I really like that.
Oh,
app.
of course.
So,
now mine died.
You may just need to uninstall and reinstall or something like that. But yeah, definitely check that out. I was just thinking about that. I don't know why. Probably because you were looking at the notebook and stuff.
Yeah, probably.
All right, keep going.
Okay, the next one is. I'm gonna save this for last, and I'll talk about it. Don't you worry, I didn't forget. So this is a new cast on and a new FO. I showed the yarn, I believe, last time.
I think so.
I saw Jill Zielinski, Knitterella on Instagram. She, for those of you who know, I think it's been a year now, almost, maybe a little bit more. Oh yeah, she started the North Bay Fiber wool company, and she's partnered with a lot of really cool like breeders and interesting types of sheep. So there was some of her, actually might still have it. It was a breed that I had never heard of. I think it was, I don't even want to say the wrong thing. Is this it?
It's right here.
Oh yeah, it's probably, no.
Yeah, this is it.
Is it? I'm going to knock over all my gnomes. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is a Targhee Polypay blend, which I had never heard of. It's a very airy, and I knit my, not fisherman's, angler shawl. I don't know if you guys remember that, with a beautiful gray in this yarn. So she has a new base, which is her elemental base, which is 100% Cormo wool. And this yarn is glorious. So I already sent her a message or a comment, a reply or something. I said that my next sweater's quantity of yarn is going to be in this because it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a sport weight, non-superwash. There is a fingering version as well, I think she has, in the same base. It's a 3-ply worsted spun. It's 325 yards, 100 grams, 21 micron, although it feels weight, and that's pretty soft for a non-superwash, but it feels very, 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 very soft. The colorway here is Clay Banks, and the reason why I bought this, not just to support her, was because with every skein purchase, you got a free pattern download of the elemental hat pattern, which I'll show, and we'll have that link down below as well. Essential ribbed hat. It's a very simple pattern.
Gotta love a good simple hat.
You do, but the yarn is really what makes it shine. So here's the hat. So I finished this last night. I did not block it yet, so I want to wash it and and see where, how this blooms a little bit, and like even out some of those, some of those spots there. But it's such a simple, and I wanted to do the beanie. So you know me, I love my slouchy hats, but I wanted to do just a plain beanie, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, it fits my head very, very well. I knit the second size, like the medium, and I used a US 3 and a 4. I did the recommended needles.
He's a cute dog.
He is a cute dog. So US 3 for about an inch over here, and then I switched to a US 5.
Did you do a regular longtail cast on?
No, I didn't. This is what I'm going to talk about next. So I did a 1x1 cabled cast on.
That's when you pull between the stitches and put another one on.
And you'll do one purl wise, one knit wise.
Yeah, I like doing that.
There's a really nice tutorial link included. It gives you a beautiful edge.
Yeah,
it's very seamless.
Is that what the pattern called for?
That's what the pattern called for.
Okay.
And then the decreases are your standard decreases. I didn't realize because it looks like a really cool. To me, it looked like a really cool like crown decreases.
It's just they're done frequently.
They're done, kind of, but you're still maintaining the ribs pattern.
Oh, okay.
So I think it looks really, really cool. And once I give it a little soak, and I'm just gonna lay it flat, because it's 1x1 rib. I'm so curious to see how this yarn is going to feel afterwards. Have you felt the finished? Isn't that really nice?
Yeah. Yeah, it's squishy.
It's really squishy and really, really soft. Like this would be something.
This feels like it's going to be
warm.
Skin. This feels like it could be a nice warm hat. Does she have it on DK?
Let's look. I know she has it on fingering.
I'll have to look to see what she has on DK.
It's really gorgeous.
I mean, not like we're going to a yarn festival in 2 weeks, but I could use another Lyle cap, and that's a DK weight one.
Well, when I buy my sweater squad.
So while you're looking for that, I just want to mention
Elemental
something.
Sport and fingering and worsted.
Okay.
Heritage is for DK. This is DK.
So I just want to address a comment. So Gabrielle asked 2 weeks ago, and we've been putting this off because we keep forgetting.
Kevin, you're making me nervous.
She said, Ray, behind your right shoulder, some rust and green colors that I can't take my eyes off.
This?
I'm thinking here.
Oh, here?
Possibly. So if this is the bin, this is actually Brooklyn Tweed Loft.
Yeah.
This is called Wool Socks. This one is called Yellowstone. And I do not think either of these are available. I purchased these on sale at Westport Yarns.
Which they never
because the colors are no longer...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, colors are discontinued. So I think these are the colors that you're talking about. It's the only thing... Right shoulder would be these.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking...
But we have a lot of like
this.
rusty...
Yeah, I mean, that's Brooklyn Tweed Loft as well.
Yeah.
This is Tent. This is... that's Asparagus by the fiber company. That's their Acadia.
Yeah.
So that's the only ones that I could think of. So I hope that those are them.
And, if not, try again.
If not, just direct us into the bin.
Yeah, just come over and you can pull it out yourself and look at it, because I have no idea. We actually need to go through that and figure out our lives. Okay, so that is that one. It's really lovely, and I think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this one.
This is actually mine, anyways.
I don't think it is.
It is. I bought 2 skeins from her.
Well, I can see how well you use your yarn. So
I can see how well you use your stash.
This is not my stash. This is our stash.
No, that's yours.
Really? I got all that loft and stuff?
No, this is ours. Those 4 cubes are yours.
No, they're not.
I believe so.
We share yarn?
No, we don't.
Well, when we first buy the yarn, it's ours. It's just mine or just his. And then after it sits in the stash for a really long time,
for 24 months,
and we forget what we're supposed to use them for, then it becomes
ours.
Then it's ours. All right. That's that. I have a lot of this left over. I could probably do a whole second one. I didn't weigh this, but
do it and gift it.
It feels like about 50 grams left.
Or even if you don't want to do that hat, find another sport weight hat and knit it and gift it.
Yeah.
All right, good job.
Thanks so much. That is that.
All right.
Maybe I'll do mitts.
I need a new pair of fingerless mitts. I should
for myself. I'll do
some. All right. So I guess I'll go.
Sure.
Since you've been talking so much.
But I've been quick about it. We've only been it's only 35 minutes in.
All right. So my only FO is the one that I am wearing,
which is gorgeous.
This is my Lava Lake Shawl by Stephen West. I'm going to enter it in our giveaway and see if I win a prize.
You're not going to win.
This is a kit that I got from Stephen Penelope. This is the kit is actually for a different shawl. This is the Lush Landscape kit.
Yeah.
It is fingering weight yarn by Ching Fiber. It's 100% BFL.
Yeah.
It's their BFL, their high twist BFL. So here is the shawl in all its glory. Let's start over there. Ready?
Twist it. Wait. Don't do yet. Okay, now you can.
All right. Do. And then we'll show the length. Oh my gosh, look at that. This thing
it's beauteous.
Is huge. So it is 5 colors.
We can snuggle underneath it together.
Here are the colors. Are you ready? Actually,
do you know this?
I went back to the website. So this was living in my Le Garçon Hide and Hammer bag, which I love this bag.
Yeah.
I think this is a number
7.
I don't know if this is the 3 or the 8.
No, I make stuff up.
So, here's what I have left. I have a lot of that one.
Yeah, can I have it?
What are you in it?
Something. This is the problem, right? It's just pretty.
I know. All right. Are you guys ready? First color that was used, and this is probably my favorite out of them all.
It's really pretty.
This one is called Fog. So this is a really light gray-green.
But look at the fun speckles in it.
But it has speckles of orange and yellow and blue and green. Really, really pretty. And I think it just knit up beautifully.
Yeah.
I would do a sweater out of this, for sure.
It's really nice.
I think that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
Color number 2 is called Field. So you can see it's just a little bit more green than this one.
You can see the transition here.
Yeah, you can see it
a little bit more, right?
Actually, if you bring it up just a little bit, you can start seeing it there.
Yeah.
Right, so just that little, like, spot of green in there. Mm-hmm. Still has the same speckles. Then color number 3 is Fauna, which is this one. So, some deeper green in here. Still some of that same, like, light green from the...
It's a beautiful fade.
One, and then color number 4 is Botanist. And then color number 5 is Treetop.
And that's the darker stripe.
1, 2. Wait. Oh, yeah. Treetop.
That's the dark
It's
one.
dark. So, I did say the only... I'm super pleased with this. I love this pattern. The only thing I wish... And if you watch Michael at Piece for Piece, his is a really great example. I'm super jealous of his. His middle stripe matches...
Is much more prominent.
The middle stripe that it shows here.
But you can see like the dark... There's a dark band right here.
It's darker, but not as dark as I would have hoped.
Of course, right. It's so good though, Kev.
I did make one alteration to the shawl pattern.
Okay.
On your... decreases, it asks you to knit a different number of rows of sections C and B together when you're doing rows of C and B.
So squishy.
So I opted to make it match my increase side. So that's the only alteration I made, and that's probably why I have this much left of color C. Other than that, I followed the pattern exactly. It's super easy. I think this is great TV knitting, a great first shawl.
A great first shawl? You don't think it's intimidating with all this yarn and fading it in and stuff?
No, because I think that this would be beautiful as a scrappy shawl.
Yeah. Or solid even.
Solid would be great. 2 colors would be fun. Just a full striped 2 colors. Yeah. I think picking just 5 random skeins that go together.
Can you knit me one?
Absolutely not.
Please. I love it.
I think that would be a fun way to use up some yarn, and it knits up incredibly quickly. You never have more than 198 stitches on your needles. Ow. So, I
would wear the shit out of that.
I'm going to. This thing is fantastic. This will be with me at Rhinebeck.
Lovely.
Or Woolen Folk, or both.
Or both.
So yeah, definitely highly recommend. This is one of my now favorite shawls. I think it's the largest one that I've knit.
It's definitely larger than Slip Stravaganza, which I think was that's the largest one that I've knit.
For sure. And we're going to talk about that and kind of in a little bit and talk about the size and like comparing how they're constructed and why this one was just so easy with so few stitches on it. Because I have another shawl that's constructed differently, and I have a ton more stitches on my needles than this. So I highly recommend it. You need to know how to knit, purl, yarn over, knit 2 together in SSK. So you need to have those 5 skills, and you can make your very own Lava Lake shawl.
That's just lovely. I will make my own Lava Lake shawl at some point, I think.
Definitely making another one.
You are?
Yeah.
How often do you think we say that after we knit something?
There are some people who don't like doing that.
I know.
I don't mind knitting the same thing over and over.
Me neither, if it brings me joy.
Like I've done, 3 dotted rays, 2 pure joys, and 2 vertices unite. And then socks,
in a pear tree.
Couple Lyle hats, couple sock head. I am done. You may continue on the FO train.
Choo choo. This is my finished Paris Toucheur by Isabel Kramer.
Yeah.
By Isabel Kramer. And I just learned that Toucheur means always. So it's like Paris always. Always in Paris.
Well, I thought it was a nod to something. I can't think.
But the pattern, so Toucheur is a lowercase. So it's not like a thing. I don't know.
Okay.
Whatevs. I never know what I'm talking about. So
neither one of us do.
Yeah. Great. So this was really lovely to knit.
It's a fantastic shawl.
Like
I love.
It's. Oh, there's your mom. Why don't you take it?
I'll take this.
And I'll talk about this.
Okay.
So this knit up really quickly, and it's humongous. So this is DK. I used Miss Babs. I used a combination of a Yowza and then one of her like Yowza minis. So it's 100% superwash merino. It's DK. I think I said that. But the pattern calls for, I think it's like 750 yards. So it calls for 750 yards for the DK version. There is a fingering weight version of this shawl if that's something that you wanted to do with your fingering weight yarn, which I think would be a great idea. So I don't know where the small tag went to, but I think I had just under 750 yards or whatever it was calling for. And so I did have to make a modification for the pattern. But let me show you what I have. This is actually pretty large as well. So it starts over here, and it's hard to do with only one person. It's a lovely pattern. You repeat these. You repeat the lacy like mesh panels, and you have 2 larger ones followed by 2 smaller ones, and then you have some garter, like a garter stripe in between those, and it just repeats. And like Kevin was saying, you only work with the same amount of stitches at a time. So like as you're increasing, you're also decreasing when you're knitting those 2 together to make the little mesh thing. Is everything okay?
Yeah, she was butt dialing me.
Oh.
Well, not butt dialing, you know what I mean.
Yeah, by accident dial?
Yeah, she's in the car. Oh. She's like, I knew you were going to call back.
Well, I mean, she
after the second time.
I know. The colorway is slate. If I didn't say that, can you help me show? I mean, I think I did a pretty good job of showing it, but it's it's absolutely gigantic, and so.
Now I have to sneeze.
Bless you. So it's knit like it's bless you. It's knit this way. Bless you.
Thank you.
So you do a fun little. You make this like panel, this border as you're knitting it, and you only keep the same amount of stitches on here, at each row. So you get through the rows pretty quick. It just takes a while to grow up.
To grow up.
To grow up.
First it starts as the little baby shawl.
First it starts
and it
as
grows
a little
up.
one, and then what happens is at the end, you knit a large garter panel here, but because I started running out of yarn, and this is all I have left, so I finished the last row, and I look and I'm like, uh-oh. I don't know if I'll have enough to go back and forth and then bind off, because it was you're binding off through the back loop, which was fine. I thought it was like an I-cord bind off, so that's why I didn't know if I would have enough yarn. I probably would have had enough maybe to go back and forth, maybe, but that would have been a severe game of yarn chicken, and I don't have anything close to this to finish it off.
Yeah,
and so I decreased it by 4 rows. This garter panel, which is fine.
I thought it was 10. I thought you got to 15 and you had 25.
Did I write it down?
I could be wrong, but I feel like we had a conversation.
It was
about
10,
that.
but it was 5 garter stripes. So
5 garter stripes, 10 rows.
5 garter stripes. Yeah, thank you. But I mean, you would never be able to tell. It's a huge shawl. It's really fun. It's easy to wear.
It really is.
This
It's
is
one
what
of
we
my
were talking
favorite
about.
knits.
With a lacy shawl I wouldn't think like, oh, I don't know if that's like really my thing, but I think it looks good.
Yeah.
You can wear it different ways, and it's very warm. Like, it feels like a hug for sure, and it's super squishy. I'm really loving it.
It knits up quick.
It did. It knit up really, really quick.
And like I said last time, the first time I saw it, Aaron from Fiber Hustle had knit it, and then in the photos of the pattern, there's
What is
what
that?
the hell just happened?
There's some weird music playing, like, literally right in our living room. Who is it?
I don't know.
Is it saying anything? Our Amazon devices they have a mind of their own. Does it say anything's playing? She has a neat voice. It's an acoustic guitar.
I don't even know what it is. This is I don't.
It's really a pretty song, though.
I don't know what it is though.
Alexa, what's playing downstairs?
She's not that.
Oh,
You
she's.
can find anything called downstairs that can play music. To play on your speaker, use
Alexa,
the
stop.
device name or set up multi-room music in the Alexa app.
Okay. She's still going, but you probably can't hear it. Anyway, whatever. I love the pattern. What is that music? I like it though.
I literally have no idea what's going on in our house.
It's really good. It's good music. I'm very curious. So anyway, this is Paris du jour. I'm gonna bring this with me to Fiber Fun weekend, and if you want to squish it, come and help yourself.
Yeah, and what I was saying until the music interrupted us is in the pattern itself. Do I not have it in my library? It shows a male wearing it. And that immediately, in a darker color. And I was like, oh, okay. Between Aaron and that guy, I was like, I get it. And that's...
And now me.
I knit it. And then I did
Do
it
you want to knit it again? Because I'm wearing it.
No, I knit it out of yarn I dyed. That was like one of the
that
first
was a
batches.
Beautiful
and I can't recreate
yarn.
it.
I know. I wish you could. I totally wish you could.
All right. So let's move into whips.
Psh.
So I have 4 and you have how many?
1. So this is it's your show. I want to go downstairs and find out what's playing.
Go for it.
If I go down there and ask her, will she tell me?
It may not be her. It may be the Apple TV.
Maybe Apple TV.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to grab a skein from right here. All right. So first up is I mentioned this a couple weeks ago when I showed this yarn when it came in, is I'm doing a preview knit for somebody that I can't say. Can't even talk about the name of the pattern, but I was able to get a discount on a sweater's quantity of Shelter from Brooklyn Tweed. I bought it in the colorway called Postcard. I really wanted a pink sweater, and when we got to meet Max the knitter, Max Sear, he had recommended Postcard, and I saw it and was like, absolutely, it's gray but with these hints of pink in it. So I'm being a good knitter and I'm gauge swatching. So I did my first swatch of 3. This is a moss stitch swatch, so you can't really see the pink here. It's getting a little blown out. Maybe if see, you could start seeing some of the flecks. So this is one of 3 swatches I need to do, and I'm pretty much on gauge for this. I think the gauge is supposed to be 18 stitches over 4 inches, and I'm at like 18 and a half, which might be good for me because I don't know what size I'm gonna knit yet, because it does need some positive ease. And I think the positive ease, the one that I was looking, is like a 45 to 47 inch. I forget which one. So that's a lot for me. So we'll see. So Postcard, Brooklyn Tweed Shelter. This is moss stitch. I have 2 cabled ones to do. One's like a horseshoe cable, and I forget the other one. So that's whip number 1. Here. Whip number 2 is living in a Lila Styles bag. This is a Gryffindor. This is a fun sock hat mitts bag. The way that it closes.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I love the interior with the glass panels.
I should have gotten another cup of coffee while I was downstairs.
So this, I'm just picking up a sock head hat that I cast on a couple months ago. This is yarn from Spun Right Round.
Oh, yeah.
I used this in the dotted rays I did for my mom's physical therapist.
Cool color.
This is called In the Pines.
Yeah.
I love the color. It's blues and greens and some speckles in it. So I'm knitting a Sockhead Slouch by Kelly McClure. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I did go down a needle size because I found the very first one I knit was too loose for me.
Loosey goosey.
So I believe this is a 1 I don't know what size this is. That's the only thing about Addie's. They don't have it on the needle. It's on the cord.
Can you pull the cord out a little bit more? Or not really. Yeah.
I'm doing a 2.75 millimeter.
Nice.
On this, and I think I'm doing the medium, which is a 144 stitch cast on. I did take off an inch of my brim. I only did 3 inches. And I will alter this as well. And instead of doing my decreases when I hit 11 inches, I start them when I hit 9. And it gives me a bit of a more fitted beanie.
Yeah.
Or a hat, not a beanie, but more of a fitted hat. And I do like this yarn quite a bit. I am getting some of those like tigery stripes pulling here and there. I have more so in the ribbing. I got a little bit, not much, but it's a beautiful color.
It's really fun.
Yeah, and it's a nice, it's a nice basic knit when you don't want to knit on something big, or if I'm at home and I'm in a meeting and I don't want people to see me knit on Zoom, just put it on your lap. Nobody knows.
I'll probably cast on either a muscle bra or a sock head for Rhinebeck.
I have an idea for you. Instead, because
I think I know what you're going to say.
We asked about this last week, and we got a lot of
oh no, I don't know what you're going to say.
Suggestions for a fingering weight hat, and the same hat came up multiple times, and it's actually already in my library.
Yeah.
But the question is, do I recall the name? I don't offhand. But
you organize your library by hats?
I don't know. But it is in there. I know it's a fingering weight hat that's a fold over. So, Midas. Midas hat by Laura Rhinebeck. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
So I think this is like a compromise between a Musselburgh and a socket because it's a fold over brim and it's all stockinette. So you're going to use a little more yarn.
Okay.
So try that.
Thanks.
Because I do like the way the Musselburgh looks, but it's a lot of knitting for me.
Totally.
I don't know that I would knit one. I have knit one, right?
Yes.
I did. I don't know.
We
that
knit
I
them
would
for
do
the kids, remember?
Yeah, I don't think I'll do it again.
I like
after that.
I mean, I like just the knitting. I just like knitting in the round.
Well, you just like knitting in general.
I do like knitting in general, but I like just knitting in the round. Round and round and round we go.
All right, so that was whip number 2.
Okay. I only have one, so.
All right. So whip number
It's your
3
show, princess.
is in a bag by
Twinkle and Twilight?
yes, Twinkle and Twilight, Dumbledore's
I don't
Army.
know if they're still around. I think that they might be.
Oh, I need to put that with my stuff. All right, so this I just picked up and got a couple rows in.
Oh my god, this color is gorgeous too.
This is the, I think it's in my good notes. So if we haven't mentioned this in a while,
Oh yeah.
we use
I
good
think
notes
we mentioned it last time, but
to track our patterns. It's also a paid for app. I believe it was $7.
yeah, worth every single penny.
Yeah. So this is just where we save all of our.
I would pay
projects.
$7 a month for this.
So I'm doing the Pearl Soho 4 points baby blanket. Here, let's show what it's going to look like. I've only picked one of the 4 colors. A couple months ago, I bought a bunch of the.
Yeah, it's all in here.
Where did that yarn tag go? I bought a bunch of the Buttercup cotton from Pearl Soho. So this is going to be for our niece. This is.
It's a different color.
It's a different color, but
But that's the tag, Buttercup Cotton.
100% cotton, organically grown. It's one of my favorite cottons. That's not it. I only have one of this color.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
That's close.
So here's the color I'm using. I think it's called. It might be called London Fog, or Fog. And I just got a couple rows in on this. Once I finished this, I needed something a little less this. And this is just some simple garter with a knit 2 together on this side to start creating the triangle shape. So I was down here, got about, I don't know, maybe 10 rows in on it. It has a couple hundred stitches on the needle. Super easy. I'm using my Knitter's Pride Mindful needles. It is knit on a US3, which is a 3.25 millimeter. So that is the size it calls for in the pattern. And my Progress Keeper is one of my Lake Arstone.
I love that. That's the
Mystery
one,
Forest. Progress Keepers. So, yeah, I will attempt to get this done by Christmas as a Christmas gift. It's definitely not getting done in 2 weeks for the
Yeah, I know.
baby.
We have things to do.
Oh, I don't know if I ever noticed this.
What?
It says freaking Twinkle and Twilight right there. I don't know that I ever noticed the tag on the inside. I love these bags. You got them for me for Christmas or my Christmas 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Like, I think you got me 2 or 3.
That was one of the first bags I think you have ever
that
had.
I ever had. Yeah, I didn't have like project bags. Now we have
quite a bit.
we have enough project bags to cast on projects with all of the yarn behind us and empty our shelves out.
Extreme, but yeah.
All right, you're up.
Okay, so I did. Hey, Bubba, you're not going anywhere.
Hey, Books.
I was able to use the bag we got during Shop Hop this year from Katie Did Bags. We got this at U&U Fiber. She did a little, what's it called?
A trunk show.
Trunk show?
She's doing one this weekend at Westport Yarns.
Is she really?
I believe it's this weekend.
Oh.
Either this one or next.
So I'm using this beautiful sweater weather bag. And I cast on a very popular pattern that I had not done before, but a lot of people have done this before. Oh, I have it actually here.
It's in my queue too.
Is it?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to use yarn, not let yarn like sit on the shelf for a very long time. So this yarn I also bought the same day that we bought this bag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so this is the Raina shawl. A lot of people have knit this as well. It's Raina by Nora Laviola? Let me see if I can pull up an actual picture of it. It's a one skein shawl. Oh, I just almost went to Ravelry.
I got it.
Go to Rabbit. Yes. So it's a one skein shawl. It's lace and garter, so it's kind of similar to the Paris du Jour that I did. The yarn that I'm using is the Lane and Lotus yarn in her zebra stripe base, zebra sock. It's 100% superwash merino. It has a zebra effect in it. The colorway is called Already Gold. It's about 432 yards for 100 grams. Unfortunately, she's not dyeing anymore at the moment. What she has in her shop is all she has. But you had some in-house. So I thought it was a really cool skein of yarn. And I purchased it, and I thought it would go well with this pattern. So this is what I have so far. Not much, but enough where you can kind of see. I love how it's knitting up.
Yeah,
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, it reminds me of something, and I can't think of what.
Me too. I can't think of it.
It almost, you know what? It has like, is this going to sound weird? It has like
Aztec?
I was going to say an Egyptian feel
Egyptian,
too.
Yeah.
Right? It has that like Egyptian feel.
I don't know why. Why do
it's the gold and the black. It's almost like they're higher.
Like hieroglyphics? And
yeah.
Like...
got really stuck. I was going to say.
You're right. It's beautiful.
It has that.
So Already Gold is the name of the. I mean, this does remind me of like a golden, like metallic gold with like, black and I don't know.
Yeah, it just has that feel to me. That's what I get immediately.
This is going to be a gift, for my boss. She's always wanted something knit for her. She's asked me to knit for her a few times, and
wait, I was holding on to the needle.
Oh, thank you.
Your stitches didn't fall.
Appreciate that. So it's gonna end up, I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, it's
gonna be small like a shawlette, but it's superwash.
But
it'll grow, and I have quite a bit left over. So what I love about this pattern, if you were to get this pattern, which it might be free.
How many skeins of this do you have?
One.
So it's a one
skein.
Oh, it's a one skein. You probably could keep going.
So I'm going
if you wanted to.
Yep. So I'll show you the pattern. I'm pretty sure it's free.
It's free.
Yeah. Okay, great. So the pattern is free, and when you print out the pattern, it's super simple. It's on one sheet of paper, and it says here she had some paper left, so here's a row tracker. You tick them off as you go. The gray background indicates a wrong size row. So you've got your checklist right there. So as you go along, you just, check it off. So you can see that I'm well over halfway. I have this much to go on the garter. Then there's going to be the mesh here, which is I think is 36 rows of mesh. And then you finish off with 3 more garter rows, and then you bind off. So what I'm going to do is, if I have, with whatever yarn I have left over, I'm just going to continue to go with the garter on the end, and see, just to finish it off that way. If I have a lot left over, then I'll do a couple of more rows of the mesh.
If you really wanted to make it a larger shawl, you can contact you and see if they have any more of it.
Maybe. Or I can add in like a gray, like a light gray.
Yeah.
Which we have like one from.
Or you could use what you could use is you could use the undyed yak that I have.
Yeah. But we have.
Which is a light gray.
This I thought I was thinking about this in my head too if I wanted to make it larger.
Or what you could keep doing is keep going in pattern until you use all that yarn.
Yeah.
And then finish your last garter with this.
Maybe.
So you could do that.
Could. So what I'll do is, if you look at the pattern, it seems the mesh rows is what increases. Each time you do mesh, you double you double the amount of rows that you do from the ones before it. So depending on how much yarn I have, if I do 2 of those, I might be able to, I don't know. So anyway, I'm really liking this. It's super easy. I'm using the recommended needles, which is a US 4 3.5 millimeter.
Yeah, that has a very similar feel to Paris to Shore.
It kind of does, yeah.
It's just built differently or constructed differently, but has a very similar feel to it.
Yeah. So I thought, it's a great way to use up. We have so many single skeins of yarn, and then there's a lot of single skein.
Ooh, sorry.
There's a lot of patterns out there that use only one skein of yarn. Like there's the Hoagie has her new one out now. It has some like fringe, but you don't have to do the fringe. There's the Hitchhikers.
There's Hoagie's lightweight hipster, which also is a single skein.
Then there's a something sky.
You know what we should do? We should do a single skein.
We did that, remember? That was our knit along, one and done.
Oh, we should do another one of those soon.
Okay.
Not soon.
No. Please.
Oh, we should do it.
Cannot.
All right.
Cannot take any more.
Are you done with that one?
I think so. That's all. That's my my work in progress right now. I'm a little apprehensive about casting anything new on, though I will have some cast-ons for Rhinebeck.
My next one is living in my Scrappy Angel bag.
This is a great bag.
This is the Aaron bag. I love the foxes. So this I picked up. I was stressed about this for a bit. I was going to try to power through and get this next project done for Rhinebeck, because that was the initial intention, but then I focused on this. I don't think it's going to happen, which I'm okay with now.
I'm sorry, who made that bag again?
Scrappy Angel.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I wonder if she has any more.
This is
I don't need to buy it.
The Garter Abyss shawl by Stephen West. Shawls, Garter Abyss, Stephen West. All right, we're actually going to use this picture. So that's the Garter Abyss. So it's another fingering weight shawl. It's 5 skeins. I'm also knitting this on my... Oh, damn it. I'm in the middle of a row. Who knows if I'm even in the middle. So I'm also knitting this on the Knitter's Pride Mindful collection. And I'm using a US 5, which is a 3.75 millimeter. And this is all yarn that I dyed. So my first color is Asteroid Belt. This color is Sunstone. Wow, look at me knowing my colors. This one is Fire Pit. So this is going to be color 3. So it's going to go from this to this. And then this color is Brown Agate. And then this color is Folklore, maybe? Folkstone? Folkstone.
Yeah.
So these are my next...
Ooh, I love it.
3. Actually, I don't know if it's... Or is it going to go this way? No, it's going to go this way.
No, it's going to... Yeah.
I think. So, I am currently...
having a hard time showing it.
Yeah, because I'm in the middle of a row, which I didn't realize. I typically don't...
You've also been a little bit preoccupied and not knitting the past couple of nights?
No, I knit. Just not as much as I typically would. I've been playing video games.
Yeah.
So
thanks,
here,
Ross.
It is, this is actually the midway point, pretty much. So I'm using these stitch markers to count my repeats. Now, what's interesting about this shawl, compared to this one, is I'm currently working repeat 6. So repeat 6 started here. It's an 8-row repeat. I currently have over 500 stitches on my needle. And I'm going to end up with well over 1,000 when I get to the end of this, to make a large shawl that is going to probably be longer than this, but not as deep. Where this one's really deep and long, and I only had 198 stitches on my needle. Which boggles my mind, right?
Totally.
So I'm almost done with this color. I think, I have 2 more rows to knit with this color, and then I'm done with that. and then I move on to just this color for a bit, and then I'll add in color 3. So this has just kind of been my picking up and work on it when needed. I love Asteroid Belt. It's one of my favorite colors that I've dyed.
Yeah, me too. You haven't dyed that in a while.
No, actually, that's on my list. I have one left currently, so I want to dye up some more because I actually bought a big container of this dye because I do like dyeing this so much. So this would be one of the ones that I should always have available. But yeah, I wanted to get this done for Rhinebeck. I don't think it's going to happen.
No, it won't happen.
It won't, but it will probably
You
come
have
with
like
me.
4 more skeins to add in there.
3.
You're gonna bring it with you?
Yeah, that will probably be like
That's smart.
At our house when we're just hanging out, chatting and knitting. This could be my knit one because it really is an easy pattern. Again, it's knit and yarn overs. That's it. Nothing else so far. I don't think there's any decreases in this. So you need to know how to knit and yarn over. But it is quite a big commitment and a lot of stitches. And it's an I-cord bind off, I think. God. Let's double check that.
Why stress yourself out then?
Just so I can stress myself out. I love his color.
Me too.
It's an I-cord bind off of 25,999 stitches.
Well, it'll certainly feel like that.
And that's all I have for whips.
Lovely. That's all I have as well.
All right, so then we're gonna, before we jump into Owl Post and Breaking the Bank, we'll talk about some yarn dyeing.
I don't think I have any Breaking the Bank.
I do.
Yes, you do.
So, some yarn dyeing. I've been trying.
Again.
What are we gonna do for lunch?
I don't know.
Okay. So I've been dyeing some yarn. So first we're just going to show what I have currently in the shop. This is stuff that's previously been dyed. So we have some Love in a Mist on DK.
I love this one.
Also on DK's California Dream. Also on DK is One of a Kind Green.
There's only one of those left, I think.
I'm actually not sure. I have one Asteroid Belt left currently.
Oh my gosh, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, I only have one left.
Wow. And that's on 7525.
7525. Here's another one of a kind.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yellow on DK. And then we have Julep on 8020. These actually are one. I think this is all I have of these. This is Mint Condition. This is Shamrock Shooter.
Oh my gosh, the 3 of them look good together.
This is Envy. And this is Emerald.
Oh, this was like you broke up your fade, remember?
Yeah, this was the fade. These 4. And then this one's just...
But that one looks good in there too.
It's a totally different tone though. Or
It's warmer.
It's a bit different.
Yeah.
And then...
Hey, these are fun.
We have Peach. Yeah. Clementine. Hall Monitor are some oranges. This is a one of a kind. This is on 7525. It's orange and brown. It's very similar to Fire Pit, but it's not.
It's like a little bit lighter.
This is another one of a kind. This is some tan. There's a little bit of orange in there, and sometimes there's like these hints of green that you can find throughout it. Sidewalk Chalk on 8020.
This is one of my favorites.
And this one is...
This one is amazing.
This is called It's Fall, Y'all. So this has some orange, some green, this really nice red. I'm probably, if I have the energy, so there's that green and red in there, some yellow, some like white space-ish too. I might dye this up on DK this weekend. And this one's on 8020. There's probably like 6 of those in the shop. So that's what...
You know what? Maybe I'll steal one of those and do my hat.
What? It's fall, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Here.
So there'll be only 5 of these in the shop.
Yeah, just remind me when we
Okay.
are done to edit that.
Oh, it's
so
lovely.
what I did is
Yeah.
I did some dyeing this
I'm going to cast
week.
on today.
And I dyed this one, which will be in the shop. This
this is so pretty too.
I gotta remember if I could replicate this. This one I'm gonna call Skyfall because the blue reminds me of sky and the brown and gold remind me of fall. So I said Skyfall. So it didn't turn out exactly how I wanted. I don't think I can repeat this because I
love how the colors like how with the how like not that they fade together but they work all together. It's really pretty.
Yeah, I can try to, but I know that I can't exactly because I had mixed some colors and at the end I actually mixed some of the blue and the brown together, and that's what gave me like this teal color.
How many of those will you have?
I think 10.
Oh, great.
10 or 20.
And that's going to go out today? We have a shop update today?
Either today or tomorrow. It just depends on when we get it. And then, so this one I can repeat. This is called Guardian. This one reminded me of a video game that I played called Destiny and Destiny 2. So it is some different shades of purple and gray. So I've really like this. This is a fun one to dye for me. I like dyeing this one. So next up, I'm going to show you some inspiration, okay?
Oh, that's why it's up here.
Yeah.
I was asking if it was lotion because I didn't put lotion on my hands today.
So it was earlier, I don't know if it was earlier in the
so
week
funny.
or whatever. I was thinking like, oh, I want to dye something, and I didn't have any inspiration, and we have this in our kitchen. So this is Bath & Body Works warm vanilla sugar. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me see if I can kind of get that feel. So attempt number 1 did not go as planned. Because in addition to like that color there, when I think of vanilla, I think vanilla bean ice cream and the flecks of vanilla in it. And I wanted to kind of capture that. So I tried speckling with the color that I used to dye this, one of the colors. And it broke really weird. So you can see the speckles broke into like, you have your like oranges and greens and you have some blues, you know, like just to every color, because these are the colors that are mixed to make a brown dye. So it just has all these speckles all over the place. So this is going to be a one of a kind.
It's still really pretty.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think I'll have like 10 of those. So I went back for attempt number 2.
This reminds me of like a lightly toasted marshmallow.
Maybe. So I went back for color or the second attempt, and I'm much happier with the way that this turned out. So I got the speckles that I wanted, just very lightly speckled. And I got the tone, like this creamy color, some of the white from the bottle, and then this like toffee
sugary. It's like a sugar
color. So I am going to name this warm vanilla sugar.
I think it's great.
So this one is totally repeatable. And
Yeah, I mean, like
yeah, I think
even the colors on here, like it looks pretty good.
I think it kind of captured
you
it.
did a good
It's
job.
maybe not as that.
Isn't it interesting, like
caramelly?
where inspiration comes from?
Do you know where a lot of it's going to come from? I think now is I thought it would be fun. We bought a bunch of cloth napkins.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
So we use those instead of paper towels now. We were using multiple paper towels a night for snacks.
Although
and dinner.
I could probably be the bounty man today.
Oh, lumberjack. So we ordered a bunch of cloth napkins from Amazon. No, that's a lie. From Etsy. And they're very colorful and vibrant. And I was like, oh, this is really good inspiration.
You're absolutely
pieces.
right.
So I'm going to start like playing around with those.
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, so there'll be a shop update. What I showed before is already in there. Just adding these 4.
Yeah.
Either today or tomorrow.
Great.
So that was the yarn dyeing, and now we have some. What do we normally do for? Oh,
Breaking the
owl
bank.
posts.
Owl post.
Or we could do whichever.
I don't care.
Before we do that, we're going to talk coupon codes, y'all.
Oh, I forgot about those.
So we have a bunch of coupon codes that are always down below in the description of this episode and all episodes.
I don't know what I want to wear.
So our coupon codes are from. Where are they? Oh, they're up.
They'll all be linked down below as well. You can find
Yeah.
them all down below.
So we have Naughty Knitting Sacks, codes Prickle Pants 15. That's 15% off your order. Trilogy Yarns, NATR 15 for 15% off anything excluding her clubs and kits. Knit Swag, the code is Kevin and Ray for 15% off your order. Lila Styles. The code is LOVENATR10 for 10% off. Always Queenie Believe is 9-inch Cirque for 20% off. Katie Did Bags is Kevin and Ray 10 for 10% off your order. Then we have Scrappy Angel, which is NATR Fan 10 for 10% off your order. Stitchy Squid, which is Tarquin 15 for 15% off. And then Jesselyn Janice, this code's good until the 9th of November.
Yeah.
And that code is LOVENATR15 for 15% off your order.
Lovely.
So, now we're doing what? Breaking the Bank? Or Owl Post?
Whatever you want.
All right, Owl Post. So, we got a very lovely shipment. One
This
for
is
us.
incredible.
And one for Tarquin. Tarquin's came earlier in the week. This one we actually just picked up today when we went to go get our haircut.
No, this is different. Person.
No, it's the same person.
Okay.
So the first shipment that came in for Tarquin, and somebody mentioned this before, and I don't know if it's the same person, is this... it's a natural stress relief for animals, and they had said that they've been using it for a long time for their dogs. So this is something we're going to try and see. So it's for travel, for loud noises and stressful events. Like, I wonder if this would be fantastic for when he goes to like a groomer.
Oh, maybe we can try it. He's got a grooming appointment in a week.
I know. And if we even just try it in general, like something when the pet sitter's here, if he gets a little anxious, like to help calm him down. But it is by Bach, B-A-C-H, and it's a flower remedy. And I actually have this, if I'm not mistaken. I want to see. I believe one of y'all had mentioned this a long time ago, and I still had it up on my browser to look at. So thank you very much. So we are definitely going to give this a try for Tarquin and see how he does with that. You just put it in like his food or water. It says 4 liquid drops. Cool beans. Then the next one that came from the same person we picked up this morning, and this is bonkers.
I've never seen anything like it.
Me neither. So here, you hold this, and then one of these. Okay. So we got a shipment of yarn that they sent us from Miss Babs. This is a Yowza, right? Which is like 400 grams.
Yeah. This even feels
439 grams.
So I used Yowza for this, DK. This is heavier than even this was. So this must be like... This is ridiculous.
439 grams. It's 1,750 yards, 1,600 meters. This color's called...
Oh, it's not a Yowza. It's a...
Oh, it's not Yowza?
Catadin.
It's a Catadin.
Catadin.
It's a fingering weight. This is Moonlight Stroll.
Catadin. I don't know how to say that.
And this is 100% superwash blue face Leicester.
This is like a sweater's quantity of yarn.
This is...
Oh, this is beautiful. This is called Batshit Crazy.
Oh, this one is called Moonlit Stroll. I love this one.
What is happening?
This would be a fantastic... Shawl. Could this be a lava lake? Could this be a lava lake?
Why not? Of course it can. This one can too.
Maybe. This might be a lava lake.
This might be a fingering weight sweater.
For whom?
For moi.
No, remember how when we get yarn, it's one of ours? This one's mine.
Well, then I'll take this one. Okay. This will be a beautiful shawl as well.
And then these two came as well. This one is Burl, and this one is Rainforest. So same base. These are 100 grams. And this is the 100% Blue Face Leicester.
Like that'll go nice with that silvery color.
I think this way.
Maybe. What?
Yeah, so thank you very much. This thing is
a baby.
This is a beast.
Bebe. This is lovely. We're creepy. Don't do that. All right, so That was really creepy.
What else do we have? Any other owl post?
Yes. 2 other things. Okay. This is glamorous, y'all. So this is by Guinevere, who is lovely. She's always Queenie Believe. What?
Was that thunder?
I'm not sure, but we're just going to talk through it so we don't freak the dog out. This is her deluxe queen size bag. It is blingy and delicious and lovely.
And don't forget, we have a coupon code for
20% off.
Always Queenie Believe below.
Yes. Okay. I can't even. So this is called the Queen Bee Project Bag. It's a deluxe queen size project bag for those larger projects that need a little extra room to stretch out. Hand-selected designer fabrics, cotton canvas, vinyl, exclusive zipper jewelry bling, matching hardware. There's grommets, handle strap hooks, etc. To make you and your projects feel one of a kind. So it's 10 inches by 6 inches in height. That's the base, 10 inches by 6 inches. Height is 16.5 inches. There's DPN interior pockets. I'll show you all of the features. It's fantastic. So she wants this to give for our Stephen West make-along. And so we will. And you guys are going to die. Are you ready?
I love the bees.
I love the bees with the honeycomb. It's not honeycomb.
No, it's a basket
like a
weave.
Basket weave on the bottom. Super blingy. The back
That's
is
a nice contrast back.
so good. Look, so it's got the faux leather straps here, or they might be real leather. I don't know. You have the blingy grommets. You guys can you see the sparkles there? And Queen Bee. So you have the crown here on the inside. There is. We're almost done. Probably can't see. There's a zipper pocket in there. It's humongous.
Yeah, it's just incredibly well made.
Incredibly well made. There's also some snap pockets in the bottom here for like DPNs.
Coming over, bud?
You want to come up?
Come here.
Sorry,
Come in. Come here. Come here. No?
Sorry, the dog is trying to do his thing.
It's almost his lunchtime.
Yeah, I know. Fun strap. So, thank you so much. This is definitely going in our prize bin for one of you lucky winners of our Stephen West Make Along.
Come here.
So make sure you use hashtag NATRPeace and join our. We're not sure if this is going to be like where we're going to draw this prize from, the winner from. So enter all 3
Oh, here he is.
places.
Oh.
There's the Bubba.
Right.
He's he's all like a wet rat because we were out walking in the rain.
You went for a walk in
So
the
we
rain?
dried a little weird.
You went for a walk in the rain?
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I can't believe the generosity. So these are going to be part of some giveaways.
Oh my
too.
gosh, I totally forgot about
I
this.
know.
Because this was a surprise too. Well,
Complete surprise.
had no idea. So it's funny. So this package came and Ray was like, you know how you like to just order yarn without telling me that you ordered yarn? I was like, no, I didn't order any yarn. You done, baby? Where's Ray? Where's Ray? Oh, there he is. Give him kisses. Give him kisses. All right, here you go.
Okay, bye.
There you go, bud.
He needs a brushing. Yeah, so I totally judged Kevin because I thought that he ordered more yarn.
I did not.
And didn't tell me about it. So, we got a beautiful delivery from Arcane Fiber Works and just showed up. No idea it was coming. No note. Just beautiful. And I feel like these need to go out as prizes.
Yeah, we should definitely send some
I
of these for
know,
prizes.
but I also would
should
love
keep-
to knit some with.
I know. I think I'm going to keep at least one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you ready?
So this is some of his newer colorways as well. So if you don't already follow Arcane Fiber Works, definitely check him out. Also join his sign up for his newsletter because there he lists all of his what he's been up to. There are new. That's where he listed some of his newer colorways.
And we've mentioned this before. his inspiration photos
Oh, they're
and
so
the
good.
colors that he dyes are so spot on and so good.
Yeah.
Like I literally want to buy every skein of yarn I see of
Yeah.
his because it matches that photo so well.
Yeah. So you can see like in his, so these are some of his, how his colorways come, and we have a few of them, right?
I can't even.
So
lose.
this is Hocus Pocus. What? I mean, he's so good. He's really so good.
Yeah, he's really good.
So please, join his newsletter. So he sent, bless you. He sent Hocus Pocus.
Thank you.
He sent this one. What does the fox say?
I think that one I have to keep.
Yeah, and I think so too.
This one is Autumn Drive. This like right there, this tone is that beautiful like when the red
for
starts
sure.
actually fading from the leaf.
For sure. This is Let Your Dreams Blossom.
This is Life in the Slow Lane.
And like
It's a beautiful base.
they're
It's
beautiful.
80-20.
It's 80-20, but it's like super soft.
Yeah. Did we show them all?
We did.
This one.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we sent 5 skeins
5
of yarn.
skeins. So we'll keep. Maybe we'll each take one and then we'll use 3 for giveaways.
All right. That sounds great.
We'll figure that out.
We'll figure it
Okay.
out. But we will include some of these in our giveaways. I think we're gonna have a lot. We have to go through our prize bin.
We do.
Yeah.
All right, and then last up is
That's all I have in here.
Breaking the Bank.
Breaking the bank.
All right, so
I'm excited for you to share this.
I broke the bank, guys, and I bought yarn for my MCAL. It took some time to make a decision, and what I did to help make that decision is I actually bought 4 colors, and I bought 2 skeins of each of the 4 colors so I could see them in person and decide what I wanted to do.
Do you have an idea? Do you know what you're gonna do yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
So if you remember, one of the colors that I really I wanted a red and I wanted purple, were kind of like some of the ideas that I had.
Yes.
So I got the next best thing and I got a red purple. And I bought all of my yarn from the same company. This is all from Barnyard Knits. My main color is going to be Japanese Maple. So Japanese Maple, this is
It's beautiful.
her sock base. It's 75-25, so it's 463 yards.
It's showing up a little bit like
It's
darker.
It's not as dark. It's a Japanese maple. It looks just like it. It's that
Like those
purpley
beautiful
red.
leaves.
I think this is going to be stunning as a main color.
Same.
My second color, or my contrast color, is going to be white pumpkin.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do beforehand, though, is I am going to soak some of this yarn and just see if it bleeds.
It probably will.
But main color, contrast color, and my pop of color is going to be gold leaf.
Why don't you just hold up one skein of each? Right.
So this is going to be my palette.
I love it. Great. Totally. That'll
Right.
pick up some of the gold in there too.
I think it's going to be stunning. I'm really, really happy with this. The other color that I bought that was in the mix is cinnamon. So I just don't think cinnamon's going to work with it.
The gold, for sure.
Right? Yeah. So I think this is...
Yeah.
I think it's going to be so good.
Me too. It's going to have a lot of fall vibes without being like...
What I wanted.
Yeah.
One of my inspirations actually came from my Westies Unite.
Yeah.
In my first Westies Unite, I did a red and a different kind of white striped together.
Yeah.
And then my white had a whole section at the bottom of the Westies Unite by itself, which I loved the way that those played together.
Well, you also love the on this color by itself.
Right. I love
like
the
that
light.
creamy,
So I
yeah.
think that this, I just think it's going to be so good together.
Same.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And what I like doing too, and I would love to do like go to stash, but I really do like, for some reason, knitting them all, using yarn all from the same dyer. So that's what I did. And I went to a ton of dyers and tried to find 3 colors that I liked from that one dyer that spoke to me. And I went to a bunch and I was like, okay, I really love this one, but I didn't see 2 other ones.
Right.
Or I saw 2, but I didn't see the third one. And this one just happened to be one that I saw, okay, here's all 3 colors, but here's the 4th one just in case when I see them in person, because colors look differently on our screen, and depending on if you are on an iPhone or iPad or Android device or your television or a desktop computer, it looks different on every screen based on the settings.
Yeah.
And also at nighttime or daytime, if you have like night mode on, it may darken the color a little bit on your screen. So I thought that was a good option.
I think that's a great idea.
I'm super happy with the colors, and I can't wait to knit with them.
I'm concerned.
That we only are an hour and a half in and we're done with breaking the bank?
No. Oh. I'm concerned that our ball winder is not going to be big enough for the Miss Babs yarn.
No, it should be. Our ball winder's pretty large.
Well, it's going to, I feel like it's so heavy. Maybe it'll break our Swift.
No, we're good.
Sure?
Yeah. All right, so that's the yarn.
Think we can bring it to the yarn shop and have them do it?
No, because they don't want yarn there anymore.
Oh, they don't?
No, they haven't. COVID. I don't know. It may be changing because I know Knit New Haven is going back to. They're going to start having knit nights again.
I know. I'm so jealous.
And I just saw Westport Yarn has knit days on Saturdays. Like Saturdays, they have a knit group.
Really?
Yeah.
We should try to do something one day.
Yes, we should.
Mm-hmm.
So,
should we get burgers today?
Where are we going to get burgers from?
That place your sister works?
Maybe.
Just have like Uber Eats?
Nope. I don't believe in paying for delivery. It's much more expensive to use a food delivery service. I just don't like it. Okay. I'd rather spend that money on yarn.
Do you feel like going out to drive someplace?
I don't mind driving places.
Great. Okay, so you go pick
I
up.
didn't say that I would, though.
I think you might have.
Nope.
You insinuated.
I didn't insinuate anything.
Yeah, you kind of did.
No, we have food in the fridge.
No, don't get my hopes. You know. All right. Next up this is your partial whip.
No, I already talked about it.
Oh, you did? I wasn't here.
No, you went to go.
Yeah, it was the
It was the Apple speaker.
Speakers. The TV wasn't even on.
So I must have hit something, or one of us hit something on our watches or the phone, and it just connected to it and started playing.
Interesting.
All right, so that is all of the yarny goodness.
Yes,
now we're going to talk about what we've been reading and watching. Okay. So, watching. Oh, well, first we'll talk about what I've been playing. How about that? So what's been taking up a good majority of my time this week is Disney's Dreamlight Valley. It's fantastic. I have so much fun playing it. It's a little Animal Crossing-ish. And it's a little, I don't want to say Sims because it doesn't, it's not really Sim-like. I don't know what else it reminds me of, but it's kind of like a farming game. All the characters are Disney. And you go to sleep and you wake up in Dreamlight Valley. And you're told that the forgetting has like taken over the valley and all of these characters are missing. And it's kind of your job to free them of the forgetting. And so you interact with so many characters. Like,
yeah, and
so
they're
far,
like voiced.
Yeah, all of them are voiced.
Is cool.
I would say the one that's done so far of the characters that I've been introduced to, the one that's not done well is Ursula. And she doesn't speak the most either. And I think that's probably because they couldn't get that voice.
Probably. She had a unique voice.
She did. Mm-hmm. So I've already met Mickey and Scrooge and Goofy and Merlin and Maui, Moana, Wally, Ursula, and Kristoff.
I haven't seen Kristoff yet. You didn't visit him last night.
No, and it's just really fun. So, it's like your typical farming game. You have to farm and collect stones and gems, and you go fishing, and you have tasks to complete, and you could build your house and upgrade and move stuff around in your valley and make it look however you want. So it's highly addictive. Really, really fun to play. I've been enjoying myself a ton with that. So I have it on Xbox and I have it on my Switch, and you can link them and you could play on every type of gaming device and pick up right where you left off. So you could have it on your PC. You could have it on Xbox,
we don't have
PlayStation.
room up here. We have to clean all the shit off the stuff.
So that's partly what's been taking up a lot of my time. And then what have we been watching? Just Supernatural.
Yeah, Supernatural. I love it.
I
It's
love
so
it.
good. I don't know where I'm. I'm happy that it's there for me at this point of my life.
Yeah, we finished seasons 3 and 4. I don't
Yeah.
know if we finished 3 last time, but if we didn't, we finished seasons 3 and 4, and we are ready to start season 5.
Yep. We're a little bit behind. Excuse me. I didn't have my normal cups of coffee this morning.
Neither one of us did.
no.
We woke up. I woke up at 7. We had to be at to get our haircuts.
I woke
at
up
8
at 6. Can you believe it?
because we were up late last night. The later we're up with him, a little bit later he'll sleep in.
Yeah. So we haven't caught up yet with She-Hulk.
She-Hulk or
And-
Rings of Power.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that show.
I know, and we're not even watching.
No,
the
but
Game
we're
of
gonna
Thrones
watch
show
Hocus
yet.
Pocus 2 today. I'm
Yes.
snuggled up on the couch.
Yes, today's
Not
gonna
with
be
each other. I'm just kidding.
Today's going to be
And
a
then-
good day to hang out on the couch and
Yeah,
watch
and
TV
sweats
and
and
movies.
stuff. I'm already wearing sweatpants.
Me too.
And then I think that's it. We haven't really been watching much.
No, it's been Supernatural. Supernatural pretty much every chance that
And
we
podcasts.
get. And podcasts.
We've been caught up on the pod. I think we're pretty much caught up on podcasts.
So, because we've just... Supernatural's just been so great to
Yeah.
watch. Because that genre is our genre. Like, that's what we love watching, those supernatural type of shows.
Yeah, it's like a blast from the past. It's nice.
Yeah, it's really fun. And I love...
That show would never survive today, though.
Well, it just ended like 2 years ago.
I know, but some of the
Early comments. The early
comments,
episodes.
like early Dean would not.
No, he wouldn't fly today.
He would not fly today. He is very
Inappropriate.
inappropriate.
Absolutely.
Not politically correct at all.
No.
Yeah.
You know what, though? It's an interesting thing to watch something like that because it does show you how much things have progressed.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
You know, you go back.
We have
and
a long way to go, but we've made
Right.
strides as a society, at least recognizing
Yes.
the damage that some of our comments can cause.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then reading, I am still reading the same series.
Uh-huh.
I want to see where I was last week. I know I believe I finished 2 books since last episode. So, I am reading the Cradle series by Will Wright.
You hear him
So,
snoring?
yes, I have finished books 4 and 5, and I'm started book 6 in the series. So, book 4 was called Skysworn. Or is it Skysworn? I go Skysworn with it.
Skysworn.
Right?
Sure, that sounds good.
And then book 6, or I'm sorry, that was book 4. Book 5 was called... Oh, here we go. Book 5 was called Ghostwater, which was actually a really, really good book. I don't even know how to describe the series, guys. It's such a good series. Book 6 I'm currently reading is called Underlord. So there's several kind of main characters in the series. The first main character is Lyndon She, who when we first meet him in book 1 called Unsold, we find out that Lyndon lives in Sacred Valley and he is an unsold child, meaning he went to go see what path he would follow, and this substance called Madra didn't respond to him. So in his village, he was told that he didn't have a soul and he could not follow the path of his people, which was called the path of the White Fox.
Oh.
And in each path, there's 4 different disciplines. There's Enforcer, Ruler, Forger, and one other one that I probably always forget. And you ascend through these. So you start as a foundation, copper, iron, jade, and then gold.
Oh. Yep.
So Lyndon really wants to be on his clan's path. But in book 1, he meets somebody who tells him what his fate is and that he has the ability to change that and what steps he needs to take to change his fate. And that's how book 1 kind of ends. He takes the steps necessary to change his fate And the rest of the series is really following him along on this journey to stop some events that happen. I think it's 30 years. That's supposed to happen 30 years later. And in that time frame, he befriends a girl by the name of Yerin, Yerin, who is a sacred artist. And that's what Lyndon wants to become. And that's what the majority of people in this world are. They're sacred artists, and they follow these different paths. Paths of the White Fox, path of the like sacred sword, and there's tons of them. So he meets Yerin, who kind of tells him that everything your village taught you is wrong.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You guys are just sheltered.
Yeah.
There's this larger world out here that you know nothing about, and so he's learning through all these books. Then he also meets Athan Aurelius, who kind of takes him under his wing. He meets another person from another clan. Her name is Geisha, and she starts like training him in the way of forging. And then he comes into contact with a turtle called Orthos, and then he meets this little wispy dude called Dross. So you meet all these characters throughout, and it's kind of like they're forming their own like Scooby Gang as they. Oh, and then who did we just meet? Mercy? Is her name Mercy? Melody? No, Harmony's heard. I don't know. There's a whole side of these people. But you just meet all these people and you learn about all these different paths that they take. And there's so many different, like, there's this thing called Madra, and then there's your aura, and then there's remnants, and sacred beasts, and dread beasts, or dread gods. There's so much to know, but it's so freaking good. And Lyndon is, in this book that I'm reading now, he's really coming into his own and taking a leadership role through it. So it's interesting to see him from book one as this unknowledgeable kid who had no confidence in himself because that's what was fed to him.
Right.
And to slowly gaining it without realizing that he is gaining that confidence. I don't know, but the only thing that's weird to me is I'm one, like, in book 4, I think it was, is I was wondering if people were manipulating him in a certain direction. So that's, I still am interested to see how that goes, see if he's actually being a little manipulated by some people in his life. But if you like sci-fi books, I highly recommend the series, and I'm not done with it yet. It's really, really good.
Good.
And that's what I've been reading.
That's great. So I've also been listening to books by the same author, Will Wright, called the Traveler's Gate books. I finished Traveler's Gate number 2, The Crimson Vault, and I gave that 5 stars. Like Kevin said, I think this author, he does such a great job building these worlds with such detail. Like, he creates there's a whole system of, it's not really magic, but it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know, that genre, like, they're called travelers in this universe. And each traveler has, like, powers of their, whatchamacallit, their... Territory. Yeah. How did you know I was going to say that?
Because you've talked about this book before.
Yeah. And so it's just neat because each territory is different enough. Is that my collar? Better?
Yeah, I don't like on me when my collar lays flat.
Yeah, I don't usually.
I like to have it up a little bit more.
Just pushed it down. Anyway, so really good. The Crimson Vault brought, same characters, picks right up where the first one left off. I finished that one, and now I'm on I believe it's the last one, and I'm almost done. I'm listening to these on Audible. They're free right now on Audible with the Audible subscription. So I'm currently reading or listening to City of Light, which is Traveler's Gate number 3. Again, very good. I'll probably end up giving this whole entire series 5 stars. I found it very entertaining. It is actually very fast paced. The action, there's a lot of action scenes, and with the action, it's the descriptions of the actions are like happen quick. It's not like, and then Ray and Kevin fought until Kevin bled or something like that. And it's like, he swings his sword and then this one dodges underneath, but then jumps up and his knee twists this way, or it's very detailed and it happens very, very quickly. So like the fights are kind of drawn out, but I don't feel that they're drawn out. He does a really good job describing that. Same thing with the world. Everything about the world. I think how he keeps track of each territory and what each person has the power over and what they look like and what their focus is and all of the little mini things that are happening. I think he does a really, really good job. So when I finish this, I think I'm going to start the series that Kevin's reading, just because I'm really enjoying the way that this guy is writing. And it sounds, both of these stories sound similar enough with how he lays them out and how detailed they are. That I think I would really enjoy it.
Yours actually remind me, in the fight scenes here, there's techniques. There's like a ruler technique, a striker technique. So it's like, oh, so-and-so used a striker technique, calling his Madra, and I broke it with a ruler technique. And
right.
So it goes into a lot of depth in the battle scenes of it as well.
So like our main character, part of his territory, they're known as their... like physical fighters. Like they bring in the powers. Other people from the territories can call like animals from their territories, monsters, special like swords or magical amulets and things like that. But the Valenhall travelers, who is our main character, they call powers into themselves to make themselves stronger. So there's speed and strength, and they have like ability to have armor and stuff. But they fight with different, they call them forms. So they practice their forms, and they were talking about how using that in a couple of the battles I thought was kind of cool. So yeah, really interesting. I think I'm going to like this series that Kevin's reading. So I'm probably going to listen to that as well. So yeah, that one, I'm almost done with this. I feel like I only have maybe about an hour left in the book. And it's good. I listen to it usually when I take the dog, for WALK. Or like driving to and from work.
Or in the mornings.
Sometimes in the mornings, if I don't have like a workout or something like that in the morning, I'll knit a little bit and listen while, because we get up at 5 a.m., me and the dog. And then I also finished The Glass Magician. This is part of the Paper Magician series by Charlie Holmbert. I gave it 4 stars. I think it's good. I almost didn't finish there's a third book which I'm reading now.
Are there 4?
Called Master Magician. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it's good. It's interesting as well. It's like a alternate world where magic is embedded in like normal life, like it takes place in England, I believe.
There's 4 books.
I may not carry on. I don't know. I'm just not fully vested in them at all. They're not terrible. They're not bad books. I still gave them 4 stars. I think it's really interesting concept, but the way that the main character, gets like into trouble or like, follows the storyline is a little bit kind of weird. I don't know, but that's it's entertaining at least.
At least we're reading.
Totally.
Right?
It's not a bad book. I'm just so used to, like, I'm so involved. I'm so loving the
other book,
the other
Audible
book,
one.
That I'm listening to, that when it, and I read at nighttime. So like when I go up to bed to read, it's like, oh, I kind of wish I was reading the Audible version. So when I finish this book and I finish the other ones, I might
do both.
Because I think what I can do is, I don't think that I know, but I don't think that series is on Audible for free, but I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So if you download the book or rent the book to read, you also get the Audible version with it.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I don't know, so I'll try it. So I might be able to do both. Right. Anyway, that's it. That was long-winded for...
I know. This was actually... All right, so that's everything that we have. I'm just going to say that this was, for us, quite quick with the number of projects that we had.
I know.
Because between us, I think total we showed 10 projects. Mm-hmm. Right?
So if we missed anything or you want to know some more details...
Just let us know, because I feel like we missed stuff.
Maybe.
Because...
No, I think we did a good job. Maybe we're just getting more succinct and more more better at explaining
Let me be
things.
more better for
Let
you.
me be more better.
Do you know where that's from?
Yes. Lift 4.
All right, so I guess that's it, right?
I think so too, and we cannot wait to see you. If you're going to
Woolen Folk or
Rhinebeck, please say hello. We would love to meet you. We're looking forward to doing our live. That was one of my favorite lives that we've done. It's been a while since we sat down with you all to do a live episode.
Yeah, my 2 favorite lives were that one, and then I think it was our live in January.
Knits?
That was our favorite knits
recap
of what we knit in 2021.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think those were like 2 of my favorite ones.
I love interacting with everybody, and I think I think it'll be great. So don't forget, we're not going to be podcasting
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, in 3 weeks we will have our live, and then the week after that we'll have our normal podcast again. Okay, so keep an eye on Instagram and stuff. We'll probably post some things as we go along the weekend.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you everybody for sticking around with us. We hope that you guys have a good several weeks now. It's not even going to be a fortnight. I don't know what 3 of those are called.
Treble night? No, I have no idea.
A fortnight in a week. We will see you guys.
We will see you in a fortnight in a week.
We're live. But thank you guys. See you all. I don't know what I was going to say. I forgot.
Bye-bye.
Mid speaking. Bye, y'all.